G'day guys, welcome back. I am going to, actually I'll take these gloves off to start with. I was just mixing my resin, so I had my gloves on, but I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going to do another one of these coaster, geode coaster molds. I'm still waiting for my round ones to come in. I don't know how long they're going to take, but now this one I did yesterday in the purples, and you can see how dark it was. If you haven't watched that video, feel free to watch that so you can see what I mean. The pigment paste that I used, I mixed red and blue together, and I got this really beautiful dark dioxazine purple, but it really took over. So I'm going to use that again, but I'm going to use a teensy-weensy little amount. The back is really pretty. I used white milk paint in that, and I got some pretty effects. Again, I'm waiting for my white pigment paste to arrive from the UK. So yeah, it's really pretty, but the top is just too dark. So I'm going to go again with basically the same colors. I've got my resin. What I did was today, actually, I weighed it. It's a pain trying to do, you know, match up the little lines in the cups. These ones, it's just a pain. So anyway, I've weighed it. 2 parts of part A, 1 part of part B, and we'll just see what happens. Hey, it might not work, it might not set, but if it does set, then yay, I'm going to do that again. I'm trying to hurry up. My videos have been so long. I'm using Barnes Clarity. It's a heat resistant resin. It can go to 145 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot. So you can put a nice boiling hot cup of tea or coffee on that. All right, so I've been stirring for 4 minutes. Hardly got any bubbles in there. It's looking great. Yeah, I've got my purple pigment paste that I showed you before. I'm going to go with this purple. It's Pearl X, and it's called Reflex Violet. And then I've got some Interference Violet, Bling It. It's that one. Pure Mica powder. And then I'm going to pop in a little bit of the Pinata Passion Purple. That's an alcohol ink. So I've got a cup for each, and then the last one's going to be my clear. The really dark one, I'm only going to put a tiny bit in because I only want a teensy-weensy little bit. Let me get my gloves back on and we will get started. I'm sorry if I'm taking way too long with my videos. Can you guys let me know if you want to watch me like mix the colours? Because that takes a lot of time. I'm just using the back of this, using some tape there just to pick up any little bits of hair and fluff and stuff that might be in the coasters. So yep, really good to have. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to pour a tiny little bit of resin in this little plastic cup. So that's probably, hopefully, enough to do just around the edges. Now this one, I'll probably just do equal amounts of these ones actually. Let's see how it goes. A little bit more of the clear actually. Let's go double the amount of clear, and I'll just fill these up. I'll leave a tiny little bit left in my cup here, just in case I run out of something and I want to make some more. So I always like to leave a little bit there. Okay, so that's the clear. It can go there. I've just put this pigment in here. Look at that. So that's the red and the blue. What's the brand? I got these. These are Australian Dynamic Pigment from Solid Solutions. Okay, now I don't want to overdo it like the last time. I think last time I did like that much. Let's clean the stick off. Just put the little tip in. I can always add more. Look at it colouring up already. Wow, so strong, such brilliant pigments. So it was the teensy weensy little bit. So they're, I mean, they're expensive, these, but you know, you just saw how much I used. So it's looking more blue than anything else, but we'll see how it goes. I guess it'll be like a violet, hey? So that's that one. And then this one, let's do the purple. Now, when I did this in the last pour, I used too much. Let's just use like a half a teaspoon in there. Little tiny teaspoon. Got my little tiny stir sticks. Everything's tiny and cute. This is going to give us that shimmer. I don't mind if it's kind of opaque because I've got an alcohol ink there that's going to be very transparent. I'll just use a few drops just to lightly colour it. Look at that. Actually, that's quite transparent. Don't know if I wanted that transparent. I really don't know. I'm so new to this. I'm just experimenting. See, I can see the stick through there, so I can see that it's quite transparent. Shall we add just a... Oh no, let's leave it. Let's leave it. I quite like the look of the transparency, I think. Interference violet. I need to just clean this little spoon. And we'll go about the same, hey? Just the end there. You can always add more. Just looks white. Oh, look at that. As it's mixing in, it's kind of got this little purpley hue to it, hasn't it? Maybe I don't need the clear if I've got this. Just throwing this ever so slight little purple hue. Never used this before. Bling it. I guess it's like an, is it like an interference? I don't know. I don't have any interference paints, pigments. But maybe I don't need a clear if I'm going to do that. Okay, that's interesting. And now the Purple Passion. This is the alcohol ink by Pinata. Look, I'm dropping bits in. I shouldn't be working over the top of my mold because I keep dropping bits in. Little bits of pigment powder and dust and stuff just fell in. Okay. Now this is, again, it's ink, so it's very highly concentrated. I want to keep this pretty transparent, so we'll just do 3 drops to start with. 1, 2, 3. These little paper cups hold 150 mils, so they're probably half, just under half full. And you can see through that. I'm not getting much colour at all with that one. I think I'll add some more colour. 1, 2, 3. I think what you're supposed to do, what I've heard from other people, is for every 30 mils you add 5 drops. So I've probably got about 60 mils here, so I'll probably need about 10 drops. Does that make sense? I think so. I've got this little card here. That was the purple. This is the violet. I'm just going to add a little bit of violet in just to kind of maybe brighten it a little bit. Blue violet. Because that's not really getting much colour out of that at all. So I've got 6 drops in. Let's take it up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10 drops. So that would be the 10 drops per 60 mils. 5 drops per 30 mils. 6 drops per 60 mils. Still really can't see any colour. Maybe I won't use that. We'll see. I'll put it aside. I might just stick to these. I'll just stick to those and that. We'll see what happens, hey? Might have to mix up a little bit more because I don't think that's going to be enough. Righto. Let's move these off to the side. I'm going to bring you down for a close-up now that I've finished all my mixing. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you want to see me mix or whether I just need to get on with it. Okay, so the videos aren't so long. I guess some people are going to want to see the whole thing and then others are just going to go, no, I just want to see you pour it. I can't see through my screen when, oh no, come on, I can't see through the screen when I've got that bright light on. Oh, no. I'm trying to see if it's focused, but I can't see. Righto, let's get this done. Let's do it. Now, hopefully I can pour with this little tiny thing. I don't know that I can. See, I prefer to have something that I can squeeze to make a point, but I don't think I can. All right, here we go. As thin a stream as I can to begin with. Two down. Pinching it a little bit is helping just a touch. It's really hard to get just a thin little stream. There we go. Oh, look at that. I've got still half a cup left. See, I hardly used anything. Let's get that out. Where did I put my stick? There. Just going to push those into all the little nooks and crannies a bit. If it hasn't flowed in on its own. Oops, I'm making a mess on my clean mold. Spread that out a bit. Okay, I think that's it. Good, we're cooking with gas. Push that into the edges there. Okay. Righto. Yay, next one. Next one is going to be the purple pigment powder. So let's just take that stick out. I think I'll go around the edges again. See, I can bend this one. Kind of half on and half off that previous little line so that hopefully the dark will kind of blend in with the light. Just missed a little bit there. Starting to blend already, which is what I was hoping for. You could never know for sure if it's going to work, hey? I might have to make up some more of this actually. Okay, just as well I've still got that clear. I won't use it all just in case I need it for something else. Wasn't sure how much to make up, but running out of my purple already. Doesn't take long, does it, to use up your products? Little tiny bottles like that, little jars, I should say. Look at that blending already. So the only thing I really maybe don't like about these is you don't get the round because it's not a round. So I'm looking forward to when my round geode coasters arrive. It's just when you got a round, everything goes in from the outside into the center equally, and you get a a really pretty equal looking design. With these, it's more natural, I guess, because everything's kind of flowing in from different angles. This one's gone faster. Okay, now I'm just going to put a little bit more purple. Might as well use up my purple. Shouldn't say purple, they're all purple. I was hoping to push that out, but it hasn't really worked as well. Whoops. Okay, so that's that done. Looking pretty. You can see they're blending together nicely, which is yay, good. Okay, now let's just do this one here. I'm not going to use that ink. To me, that just looks, ew. I don't know. In the cup, it looks pretty brown. What does it look like over here? Not much chop. Let's just do this. Oh, how do I pour that into the middle? How do I pour that into the middle? Maybe I can just, I'll come back to that one. I just want to pour this into the middle, you see. Like so. That one hasn't really got a middle. I'm going to have to, I want to push it. Is that a hair? Or is that just, no, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to try and push that out a little bit. Okay, here we go. Pour that into the middle still. So I've still got some middle. Oh, look! Look what it's doing, you guys! Wow! Isn't that pretty? I'll use it all up. Wow, that stuff's good. Okay, so that's spread. Yay! So I don't want any sprinkles or anything in this one. Any silver, or I just thought I'll just, because, you know, they sink anyway. And then you get a big blob on the other side. I'm waiting for my pretty gold mica powder to arrive. And hopefully that will stay on top, because I'm putting all these little sprinkles and glitter and everything, and they just fall straight through. Okay, so now I'm going to use my clear and basically just pour it into the middle and bring my coasters up to the top. So again, push it out. It will all come back in, I think. I hope. Just bring them up to the surface. Got a little bit of clear left in my cup. I'm not quite to the top yet. Wouldn't mind a little bit of glitter actually, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I will. Hey, I really like these. These are so pretty. It's crushed mirror. I'll just use that cup that I had there. Clean off my little spoon, just to give it some interest, I guess. That one just had the clear in it. So I'll just put in 4 spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can get 4 centers. And I would want to mix just the tiniest little bit of resin in there, just to kind of make it a paste. Whoops, that's probably too much. just make it a paste so that each little piece is covered, because I don't want any pieces that maybe are dry. So just coat them all. I think I used my Bling It stick. Okay, let's just do that. Here am I saying I'm not going to use any. I don't know. I do like this one. Probably because it's more clear and you can see through it. Whereas when I use the glitter flakes, you can't see through them. And then you just get this big blob on the underside. So I do prefer something like this that you can see through. And I'll just tap them down a little bit so that they're not sticking out like a mountain peak poking through the clouds. It's a bit tricky to get them totally flat. You kind of got to look across the top, make sure nothing's poking out. I haven't torched yet. Now I need to just, I've got this tiny little bit left. I can see this one hasn't got as much in it. Probably because it's quite big. It's probably the biggest out of the four. A little bit of clear on the top of all of them, and then I'll need to fill this one up. Yep, you still could do with a little bit more. Much bigger than all the other coaster sizes here. It's just longer, hey, it's got this bit that sticks out here right to the edge. Okay, that will do. I am done. Let me get my gloves off. And let's torch. Just my little creme brulee torch. I have got a heat gun as well, but I find that it just blows everything around too much. And then I kind of lose my design if it's blown around too much. And I've got a really bright light shining on here, so I can see if there's anything sitting on the top. I can get rid of them. Do it now, obviously, before it dries in there. Is that something? There is. I just can't get it. There it is. There it is. I'm trying not to get the heat on the molds. But hey, like silicone's made to go in the oven, isn't it? You get those silicone cake trays and muffin pans and all that. I mean, they're made to go into the oven. So I don't get why people are so, I mean, I suppose this is much hotter. Look at the dioxazine purple. It's kind of wisping through the center there. And then we've got these, what's this one? This one's sort of more on the edge. Look at that. It's pulling in. Rightio. Oh, something else in there. My gosh. I just need to get these covered. Stop playing with them and get them covered. Get out of there. You're ruining my design. Alright, I'm going to take you down for a quick close-up. And then we'll see what happens come back and check on them tomorrow. It is looking rather blue, isn't it? All right, leave it there and be back for the unmolding soon. Okay, guys, it's demolding time. Or is it unmolding? I don't know. Now, these, it's been actually a couple of weeks since I've made these. A bit dusty. And like, I look at them now and I think, oh, I've come so far in the last 2 weeks. Should I really bother with the unmolding and doing the video and everything? And then I thought, well, yeah, I might as well. Because some people may like this type of really transparent, kind of plain-ish coaster set. So it was the first time I used this mold, and I actually want to use it again now. I want to make some beachy ocean coasters. So I'm going to take these out and see what they look like and see how they come out of this mold. I've got my little gloves on so I don't get any fingerprints on. Oh, that one's popping out already. Oh, comes out really easily. There we go. You can see a little bit of that shimmer. You can see the mirror, crushed glass mirror. What's that light? Which one is that? Is that you? Yes. All right, well, you're going off. How about you? You can come on. Have a little bit of extra light in the room. Never know which is good light and which is bad light. Oh dear. So anyway, there's the first one. Stop playing with the lights and get on with it, woman. All right, are we ready? Let's flip it over. Oh, look at that. Oh, we've got much more of the light purple on the back, isn't there? But yeah, these I was very early. I think I prefer that side. Early on in my resin journey. So still learning. I mean, I still am learning, but these were very early. Let's just pop that there. Actually, yes, that side. I think that's the good side. I've got these little plate stands, which are great for displaying. We're all going to fit in there. Are you all going to fit? You might have to scrunch over a little bit. There we go. Everyone can fit. Right, let's do the next one. These two are popping up already just because I've bent the mold. Okay, let's get this one out. Okay, out. There's that one. I really like the edges on these. It's a really pretty mold. And the other side, so you can see through. But yeah, not as interesting as my later ones. Let's pop him back in there. Still pretty though. Hey. All right, hang on. I've got to do something about these lights. I just closed the blind behind me. It's getting too much glare. Okay, here we go. Let's get you out. You're already wanting to come out, aren't you? I'll just push down here. There we go. Well, you've got much more blue in you. Yes, you have. I like the dark edges. I've got a little bit of that dark effect coming over the top. Now, I haven't got very much of that effect because I didn't put very much of the pigment in. Now, I was still really learning, did not know how much to put in, but I've still got a little effect because I just put a little bit in. So they're very quite transparent. You're not going to fit actually. Let's put you all on a bit of an angle like that. There we go. Then you can all fit, hey? No quarrelling. Okay, last little guy is, oh, he was easy to pop out. Love the mold. I love it. Okay, let's look at you. Very pretty. Sort of a bluey purple, isn't it? Indigo. There's the back. Oh, getting some little effects there. Actually, I don't think I showed you the back of the other one, did I? Let's have a look at the back of this one. I guess you could use them either way, depending on which side you liked. I just brought them forward a little bit so that you could see the black background. Now I'm going to use my silver leaf pen by Krylon, and I'm just going to do the top edge on one of them. You need to give these a really good shake. And then make sure that, actually I'll do it up here where you can see what I'm doing. You have to just press and make sure that the paint's coming down. Okay, let's just do one of these. It's going to take a while. Actually, no, I'm just going to do the top, hey. I'm just going to do the top section. You could later on, you know, go all the way across, but let's just do the top for the sake of it and see what it looks like with the silver. So this little nib of my pen is half on and half off. So it's just in the middle of that little ridge there. And then here, we're just going to, not as easy, but just kind of try and follow that little ridge around. A little bit trickier. Still trying to get half on and half off with my pen. They're quite expensive, these pens, so you know you might not want to go all the way around the side. I think they're about 26 Australian dollars each. I've got a gold and a silver and a copper. It's looking good already, isn't it? It just makes the coaster. Just finishes it off, doesn't it? A little bit rough there. I probably could have sanded the edges. If you make a mistake, wipe it off straight away before it has a chance to dry. If it has dried, you can just use a little alcohol swab to get the paint off. Just making them even. It's a little bit thicker there than it is up there, so I'm just going to go over it again just to make it a little bit more even. Give it a shake. Oops, oh my gosh, crooked, gone crooked. The top must be a little bit uneven, I think, because I'll keep going crooked just there. Okay, there we go. Look at that. What do you think? Looks really pretty with the silver, doesn't it? A bit of transparency through there. You can see my fingers. Okay, let's do the one. Put the lid back on. And I'll take you down for a real quick close-up. And that will be it. Done for these guys. Try not to get too much reflection. I think I prefer this side just because you can see that really delicate sort of lacing on the front. Now I'm just going to put them together because it's kind of a bit like a puzzle, so hang on one sec. That's them there, slotted together. I'm getting so much glare in here, I can't get a good shot, but that's what they look like together. And then I'll just pop them all back up onto their little plate stands and we'll have a look at them all coated with silver. Here we go. And I'll do my best to try and get nice shots. It's just so glary in here today. That's just one of my paws in the background, give you something to look at rather than just a messy studio. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that little video. Enjoyed making it. And I'll see you real soon for the next one. Bye for now.